Have you ever looked at the world, at your own life, and just asked, why? Why is there so much pain? Why do good people suffer? If there's a loving, all-powerful God, why does He allow all this suffering? It's a question that is echoed through human history, whispered in hospital rooms, and shouted in moments of despair. And if you've asked this, you're not alone. It's one of the biggest, most honest questions we can ask. Let's be real, there are no simple, one-size-fits-all answers that can magically erase the pain. But today, I want to explore some perspectives that have helped countless people find meaning and hope, even in the darkest of times. This isn't about giving you easy platitudes. It's about diving deep into a mystery that touches every single one of us. First, let's consider the idea of free will. Many believe that when God created us, He gave us the incredible gift of choice. We're not robots programmed to automatically love and obey Him. We have the freedom to choose good or evil, love or hate, kindness or cruelty. This freedom is what makes love genuine. Think about it. If someone was forced to love you, would it mean anything? True love must be a choice, okay? But here's the tough part. This freedom comes with a risk. The same freedom that allows us to love also allows us to hurt. A world with genuine choice is a world where people can choose to do terrible things, causing immense suffering to others. So, a lot of the pain we see in the world isn't directly caused by God, but is the result of human choices, the misuse of our free will. To eliminate all suffering, God would have to take away our freedom, turning us into puppets. And a world without freedom might also be a world without true love, courage, or compassion. Now, you might be thinking, okay, I get the human-caused suffering part, but what about natural disasters? What about diseases? What about the suffering that seems to have no human cause? This is where it gets even more complex. One perspective is that we live in a fallen, broken world. This Bible describes an original state of perfection, a world without pain or death. But because of humanity's turn away from God, that perfection was fractured. The world we live in now is not as it was intended to be. It's a world subject to decay, disease, and natural laws that can sometimes lead to catastrophic events like earthquakes and tsunamis. In this view, suffering is a symptom of a world that is out of sync with its original design. It's a temporary state, not the ultimate reality God intends for us. Another powerful idea is that suffering can be a tool for growth and transformation. This is a tough one to swallow when you're in the middle of pain, I know. But have you ever noticed how difficult times can shape our character? The author, C.S. Lewis, famously called pain God's megaphone to rouse a deaf world. Sometimes it's in our moments of weakness and desperation that we finally look up. Suffering can strip away the trivial things we rely on our success, our strength, our possessions, and force us to confront what truly matters. It can build resilience, making us stronger than we ever thought possible. And it can cultivate empathy, allowing us to connect with and comfort others who are hurting because we've been there. Think of a muscle. It only grows stronger when it's pushed and torn. In a similar way, our souls can be refined through hardship. It's not that God enjoys seeing us suffer not at all, but He can use those difficult experiences to mold us into more compassionate, courageous, and loving people. The pain is real, but the growth can be just as real. But what about the suffering that seems utterly pointless? It's the kind that doesn't seem to produce any good fruit. This brings us to a crucial point, our limited perspective. Imagine you're watching a master weaver create a massive, intricate tapestry. From your vantage point, close up and underneath, all you see is a chaotic mess of tangled threads, knots, and seemingly random colors. It looks ugly and makes no sense. But the weaver, standing above it all, sees the complete picture. They see how every single thread, even the dark and ugly ones, is essential to creating a beautiful, breathtaking masterpiece. Our lives can be like that tapestry. We see the underside, the pain, the confusion, the apparent chaos, can't see the finished design. We don't have God's eternal perspective. From our limited human viewpoint, some suffering seems meaningless. But from God's perspective, He might be weaving those painful threads into a story of redemption and beauty that we can't yet comprehend. It requires a tremendous amount of trust of faith that there is a master weaver at work, and that one day we will see the finished tapestry and understand how it all fits together. Okay, and perhaps the most profound part of this conversation is this: God is not a distant, detached observer of our pain. The Christian faith's central claim is that God Himself entered into our suffering. In Jesus, God didn't stay safely in heaven, shielded from the sins of human life. He came down. He lived a life that included betrayal, rejection, physical pain, and emotional anguish. He experienced the ultimate suffering on the cross. This means that when we cry out in our pain, we're not crying out to a God who doesn't understand. We are crying out to a God who has been there, who knows what it feels like. He chose to experience suffering, not to give us a simple answer, but to give us Himself. He offers not an explanation, but His presence. In our darkest moments, He is with us, weeping with us, and holding us. That doesn't take the pain away, but it can change everything about how we go through it. He didn't just give us a solution to suffering. He became the solution by entering into it and ultimately conquering it through the resurrection. The resurrection is the ultimate promise that suffering doesn't get the final word. It's the promise that one day, all the pain, all the tears, and all the brokenness will be undone. The Bible speaks of a future where God will wipe every tear from their eyes, where there will be no more death or mourning or crying or pain. So, to recap, God allows suffering not because He is cruel, but possibly as a consequence of the precious gift of free will. We live in a broken world that isn't functioning as it was designed. Suffering, while terrible, can be a catalyst for profound personal and spiritual growth, and our perspective is limited. We can't see the full tapestry that God is weaving. Most importantly, God is not distant from our pain. He entered into it with us through Jesus, offering His presence and the ultimate promise that suffering and death will not have the last word. This is a deep and personal journey. There are no easy answers, but there is hope. There is a promise of redemption, of a future where all things are made new. If you're walking through a season of suffering right now, please know you are not alone. And remember that your questions are not a sign of a lack of faith. They are a sign of an honest, heart-seeking truth. Keep asking, keep seeking, and hold on to the hope that even in the darkest night, dawn is coming. Thanks so much for watching and thinking through this tough topic with me. Hey, if this video resonated with you, please give it a like and consider subscribing for more conversations like this. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Take care, and we'll see you in the next one.